This podcast is not about gods or heroes. It is about people. People who made choices. People who believed they were right. People whose decisions shaped everything that came after. In this series, we will walk through the Mahabharata from the very beginning, not to judge the characters, but to understand them, not to find perfect morals, but to ask uncomfortable questions. Because this story is not ancient history. It is human nature. Now let's begin. Not every great war begins with hatred. Some begin with questions. This story began the same way. Long after the war was over, after the noise had settled and the world was tired of bloodshed, a young man asked a simple question. How did all this happen? That question was asked to Vyasa. Vyasa did not start this story because he wanted to. He started it because someone needed answers. He said this was not a story of heroes alone, and not a story of villains either. This is a story about desire, about promises, about silence, a king who kept his word and lost his happiness, a son who chose duty and gave up his own life, a family that wanted power and slowly destroyed itself. None of this happened in a single day. This war was built over generations. Small decisions, quiet compromises, choices that seemed harmless at the time. That is why Vyasa did not begin with the battlefield. He began at the source, with promises, with secrets, with choices people thought were small, because the greatest disasters always begin quietly. This is how the Mahabharata starts, not as a story, but as a warning,